Okay. I've been trying so many times to have this video happen. Okay, to make this video. First of all, I first I make the video, but the audio cuts out later, and now I then have to remake it, and then uh oh my god, it just happened. Shit. Um. Oh, then my laptop lags, and then the recording just like stops, and then I try to make another. I tried to record again, but it's just this shit. Okay, so basically what this is I'm trying to figure out what my next level 60 should be. Okay, so I'm going to check all of these boxes. Right, and we're just gonna go through who my next level who my next level 60 should be. Okay, so Skeletor. Okay, now a lot of these champions I've already said what I think, right? But I already said what I think, but I have to like talk about them again and say what I think again because I had to delete the video because the audio cut out. So basically, Skeletor, I said I'm not gonna 6-star him anytime soon because I don't use him any other place other than Faction Wars and Cursed City and Doom Tower secret rooms. You know, I don't use him in dungeons. I don't use him in arena, in clan boss, in I really don't use them in any of the important areas of the game, you know. So, well, I guess most parts of the game are important, but I just don't use them much in general, right? So I'm not gonna 6-star a champ that I just don't use, you know. Same with bells. Same with a lot of these champs actually. Um, I'm just not gonna 6-star a champ that I don't use, right? Like the champ might be good, the champ might be decent, right? But I just don't have a need for them, you know? Like Ursula, right? Or Armager or Molly, you know? Yeah, the champ is good, right? But I just don't have a need for the champ. Like I don't have anywhere to use the champ, you know? And I'm not gonna 6-star a champ that I just don't use, you know? So Bells, yeah, no, I'm not gonna 6-star him. I'm not gonna 6-star a champ that I don't use. Um, he's good in Hydra. I know that. Bells is good in Hydra because of his block buffs. And the AOE block buffs, 100% land rate AOE block buffs. But um, I already have that with Ugo. I 6-starred Ugo and use Ugo as my block buffs in Hydra, so I'm not gonna 6-star another Hydra champ, right? Pan. I said I was going to six. I said I probably so at first I said I don't want to 6-star another attack champion, right? Because I don't think I have the gear to like build him as an attack champion. Um, he has. I mean, anyway, yeah, I don't think I have the gear to build them as an attack champion. So I don't think I should build another. I don't think I should 6-star another attack champion. I said this originally, but then I realized, oh, like I have to plug holes in my roster. You know, I don't have a 6-star that can place freeze. You know, it just and not only on the A1, but just in general, right? I don't have a 6-star that can place true fear or weaken. You know, so I also know that this freeze, this double hitter A1 chance to place freeze, right? This is really good into Fire Knight, right? So the meta in normal Fire Knight is to control the boss's turn meter, right? With uh champs like Allure, right? triple hitter A1 that decreases the target's turn meter by 25% on a critical hit, right? Put her in crit rate gauntlets and you're Gucci. You know, you've basically solved Fire Knight, right? But once you get into a hard Fire Knight, the boss is immune to turn meter effects, right? The boss is immune to turn meter effects, right? So now you have to bring a freeze, right? A a champ that can place freeze, right? And Pan, as you can see, has a double hitter A1 that has a chance to place freeze. Granted, it's only a 50% chance booked, but hey, it's still a chance to place freeze, right? So, um, I am nowhere near Fire Knight or hard Fire Knight right now. There is a 2x on Void Charge that's coming up, so maybe hopefully I could get a Void Champ that'll like boost me in Fire Knight, but the I have such bad luck. The odds of that happening are almost impossible. So, but yeah, once I eventually do get to hard Fire Knight, Pan will be in the vault waiting for me. Um, Lock Wayne. He's just not good. He's just not good. I don't think. Uh, and on top of that, it's hidden by his blessing, but he's a fusion champ, right? He's a fusion for Lady Mikage, right? And I'm just thinking, right? He's a fusion champ. At some point, I'm gonna be end up sacrificing him, right? So it doesn't make sense for me to dump so many resources into a champ that I'm eventually gonna have to sacrifice, you know? I use books on him. I put a relic on him. I put him in. I build him really well. I even farm his masteries. Oh my god, didn't even know he had masteries. I farm his masteries. I put so much. I dump so many resources into him just to just to like sacrifice him later. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, Lock Wing, no. But now, this is a double. Both Allure and Morag. Now, Allure and Morag are in my current Fire Knight team. Okay, they they do pretty good. The team is Elva, Alice, Venomage, Allure, and Morag. Right. Elva is just there as the increased speed. Alice is there because she has a decrease has a double hitter on her A1 and has a chance to decrease turn meter on her A2. Um, Venomage is there because the double hitter A1 and the extra damage from the poisons. And the decreased defense on the A2 as well. Um, and then Morag is for the ally attack, right, on her A3. And then Allure is for the double hitter A3 that can decrease turn meter. This skill is amazing in Fire Knight. If you pull Allure, you've basically solved Fire Knight, or normal Fire Knight at least. If you pull Allure, you've basically solved normal Fire Knight. Okay. Now I have gotten to Fire Knight 19, stage 19, with a level 50 Allure and Morag. Um, Alice, Venomage, and Elva are all level 60, but Allure and Morag are level 50. I think the fact that I've been able to get to stage 19 with the level 50 Allure and Morag, I think that's pretty good. I think that's decent. Granted, it is like a 4 minute clear, but hey, it's still a clear nonetheless. So no, for now, I think they're still both good at level 50 for now. I don't think I'm going. If I were to 6-star either of them, I would 6-star Morag first. I would 6-star Morag first over Allure. So yeah. Ursula. No, I just don't use her enough. I only use her in Doom Tower. That's really it. Sachi, no, just and Faction Wars as well. But Sachi, same thing. No, I only use her in Doom Tower and Faction Wars. Kale, no, just don't use him. Faction Wars only. Apothecary, no, Faction Wars only. Valerie and Hellborn Sprite. I've been meaning to build the Wixwell team for a while. I just haven't gotten around to it. But you don't have to 6-star Valerie or Hellborn Sprite in order to make the team work. All you need is you just need one of them to be at least one of these two to be in a shield set, and as you can see, Valerie is in a shield set. So I, I I have the means to make the team. I just have to actually get around to making the team. So yeah. um Armiger, no. He's mainly a turn meter. uh he's mainly a turn meter controller with this A1, but I already have a turn. Wait, who's my turn meter controller? Wait. Okay, well, I actually don't have a turn meter controller. Oh, wait, no, Allure. Okay, yeah, Allure. I do have a turn meter controller with Allure. But I just don't think Armature is worth a 6-star. Or right now at least. Um The only place I use Armature is in Scarab King for for the the destroy set as well as the um turn meter decrease. That's the only place I use Armature. And 6-starring a champ that you only use like once in like what? Like once maybe like a few times like every month or so, I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's worth it. Um Molly, she hold on. All right. Molly, she's a Hydra specialist. I already have a decent Hydra team going, and I don't think I need Molly right now. Um, as you can see, I already put one book into her. I I was just hoping that the book would go into the A2. And so, but as you can see, it didn't. So, but yeah, Molly, nah, I already have a Hydra team, and other than Hydra, I really don't find a use for her. Uh, Fenshi. Now, I've been meaning to build this guy for a while, right? Because he brings decreased speed on his A1, right? And now it's a low land rate decreased speed, but it's still a decreased speed nonetheless. But and at the same time, he has multi hitters on all of his skills, right? Look at this: 3 times, 3 times, 2 times. Every single one of the skills is a multi hitter, right? Making and with the decreased speed on his A1, that makes him amazing in Fire Knight. See 4.8. I think. Oh no, Allure. Okay, well, fair enough. Makes sense. But yeah, you can see he's really good into Fire Knight. So I've been meaning to build him for a while, but like the Wixwell build, I just haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, I want to build him though. Cleoptrix. Ugh. I mean, okay. I mean, in her defense, I haven't like used her at all. You can see that she is built, but mainly for faction wars. I mainly built her for faction wars. Um, and I really don't use her anywhere else. Now Curse City, of course, but other than Curse City and faction wars, nowhere else. Cornelia, no, I just don't use her general. Like, not I just don't use her in I don't use her in faction wars. I don't use her in Curse City. I just don't use her. Period. So Yeah. Felicia. Nah. Again, I just don't use her. Period. I mean, actually, I use her in Faction Wars and in Curse City pretty often, but I just don't think that's worth the 6 star. Now, this guy, I always have trouble pronouncing his name. Kyle Kyle Ilte. Okay. Um no. First of all, he's a damage dealer, and I said I don't want to build another damage dealer. Um and I just don't I just don't see a use for him. I just don't see a use for him. Like in this game, what you really want are specialist champions. You want champions that are specialized and excel in a specific part of the game, right? This guy, he doesn't really excel in a specific part of the game. He's just a general damage dealer. And I really, first of all, I don't want another damage dealer, and second of all, what I really want is a specialist, especially a Hydra specialist, and he's not a Hydra specialist. So yeah. Um, Elhain, first of all, attack. So no. Second of all, she's good apparently. She's apparently good. Um, I sometimes face her in arena, classic arena, and she can hit. She can really smack. But no, no. And also I feel like with being a rare champion, oh, that's a lot of base speed for a rare champion. Um, with being a rare champion, as you can see, she has very low base stats. I mean, take a look at Skeletor, right? 9,000 HP, 15,000 HP, 761 attack. Okay, well that's not is the same, but 528 defense, 679 defense, or 793 defense. Oh well. See, okay, look, and her speed, right? 107 speed, 98 speed, right? She has a lot of base speed, especially for a rare. Okay, so yeah, Elhain, no. Uh, Lightward Siendra. No, I don't even remember where I got. I think I got her from a fusion. I wasn't going after the fusion. I was just taking part in like the fusion events, like the dungeon divers and stuff, and that just happened to get a copy of her. So yeah, I have her. And no, no, yeah, yeah, no, just no. Moving on. Lauren the Cutter. No. Oh, Fire Knight. What? One 3 times? Okay. Tri- Triple hitter A1. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. Um, but yeah, Lauren the Cutter. No. Uh, Tree Shield. Not. I use this guy in my Sylvan Watchers faction wars. I use him in my Sylvan Watchers faction wars. Uh, no, no. He's doing pretty good as is. So yeah, no. Um, Ulfrig, no. I mean, you see this thing? He's a fusion, right? He's another Lady Mikage fusion. So yeah, again, I'm not going to dump so many resources into a champion that I'm gonna eventually end up sacrificing, right? Aaron S. or Aaron Yes, Aaron S. Um, Aaron Yes. um, no. First of all, she's bad, right? Yeah, look at that. She's bad. Um, wait, first of all, she's bad. Second of all, again, she's a fusion champ. So, I'm gonna end up And she's a Rosin fusion as well. She's not a Lady Mikage fusion. She's a Rosin fusion, right? So, uh, the Rosin fusion for me at least is much closer. I'm much closer to getting the Rosin fusion, so I'm probably gonna end up like sacrificing her, um, for the fusion like decently soon. So yeah, no. Broadmaw, no. This guy, oh fuck, he's a faction wars king. I won't say king, but he's really gonna. I put a book in him. I don't even remember this. But yeah, he's a faction wars king. Revives two dead allies with 25% HP. Places a block damage buff on the revived allies for 1 turn. So yeah, he's a faction wars epic. Um, I do use him for faction wars, but he's not geared as you can see. So he doesn't even have a full ascension or 5-star ascension. But yeah, no. Yannicka. Now, a while ago, I wanted to 6-star a Spirit Affinity champion, or a Spirit Affinity damage champ, right? And so I had to choose between Yannicka or Phoenix, right? Because both Yannicka and Phoenix are attack spirit champions, right? And so I ultimately chose Phoenix, and now Phoenix is my latest is my most recent level 60. I didn't go with Yannicka because, well, one of the reasons why I went for Phoenix is because he apparently has the hardest hitting A1 in the game. Now it might be because of the way that I built him, but honestly, his A1 doesn't really hit that hard. I mean, Alice and Blade Master are hitting. To be fair, they do have both Alice and our Blade Master do both have better attack and crit damage than him, but still though, like the hardest hitting A1, like it's still not out damaging my two most hardest hitting damage dealers. Like not very hard hitting then. So uh so with Yannicka, I just didn't really see I didn't really go like in depth with her. I just looked at her reviews, looked at her Hell Hades reviews. I looked at her in-game reviews, then looked at her Hell Hades reviews, and then ultimately decided to go for Phoenix instead. And I'm happy with my choice. So I don't think my next level 60 is gonna be Yannicka. I don't think so. Ishiyama. This guy is the most recent legendary I got, being pulled during the 2x on ancient shards. I think like a week ago now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a week ago now. Um, he's good. I think he's good, especially in like faction wars and maybe arena. And it's his A2. Attacks on enemies, places fear, decreased crit rate, and damage. I mean, this is great. This is great. If you can book him, get that 100% land rate, those three buffs, oh my god. That that would be amazing. Um, but I don't think it's gonna be my next level 60. I mean, I'm doing. Oh, actually, Shadowkin Faction Wars. Well, I think I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good with that. I'm doing pretty good with that. So, um, yeah, I don't think Ishiyama's gonna be my next level 60. I think eventually I will. Like, well, actually, if I pull good enough champs, probably not. But anyway, yeah, no. No, no 6-star for Ishiyama. Let me see. No. Uh, I just don't think she's good, honestly. I just don't think she's good. Like, it's cool to have another champion. It's cool. Um, but yeah, no. He's a fusion champ. She's a fusion champ. Soul Drinker. This guy, apparently he's trash. So, yeah, no. Grizzled Jarl. Now, this guy, apparently he's pretty decent. He's not the worst. He's not like pure shit, but he's not the best either. He's decent. Okay. Um, but no. I mean, first of all, heal reduction. I have an AoE heal reduction with Venomage, right? So, just already no. Increased defense and block debuffs. I already have that with Wixwell and Elva, so again, no. Decrease accuracy. I have that with Wixwell and Venomage, so yeah, again, no. Okay. Um. By dwarves faction. He's not. Oh yeah, 4.8 faction wars. My dwarves faction wars. Wait, let me see. Oh, actually, my dwarves faction wars could use some help. Yeah. Okay. So I might build it for. Okay. Well, I already have him. I think I put the stuff on specifically for faction wars. So makes sense. So yeah, I'm just gonna continue to use him in faction wars. Um, Gory. Hold on. Gory. Gory. This guy, he's good in faction wars. Um, hmm. Hold on. Okay. So, Gory. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't. No, just no. I'm not even gonna elaborate. Just no. Scion. No. No. Hoskirl. She has a high land rate attack on enemy stun, which makes him amazing into wave content. So, um, I might not. I'm not level 50, but definitely level 50. Purely for wave content. Torture Helm. This guy, I I fused him for the rosin fusion. Yeah, I fused him for the rosin fusion, and I haven't like looked at him. But I probably shouldn't look at him anyway because uh I have to like fuse him with I have to fuse him for Rajin anyway. So oh shit, yeah. Um, Joe Toon. I know nothing about him, but no. Okay, I'm not even going to elaborate on some of these. I'm just gonna say no and move on. Wood painted, no. Weirnin, level 50, but I don't think level 60. Crimson Helm, no. Bolt, no. Where, no. Fusion. Get. Oh. No. Vergus. Probably at some point. Probably at some point. I mean, his. Okay. So I tried to make this like. Uh. This. Well, actually, let me get to. Okay. Let me move on and I'll get to Vergus. I'll come back to Vergus later on. Skaramis. Uh, so I heard that this guy was pretty good, but then looking through his skills, I don't think I kind of don't think he is. 80% chance of stealing, 50% target stamina meter, 20% chance of placing stun for one turn, fully depleted. Hmm. There is decreased duration of all enemy buffs by one turn. 60% chance of placing, 50% decreased attack debuff for one turn. Bookable to 75% chance versus champion's turn meter by 10% for each buff that has its duration decreased. I just don't think. I mean, level 50 eventually, but I don't ever think level 60. Archmage Helmet. Now, there's this raid YouTuber that has a spider team up and running that involves Archmage Helmet. So basically, it has both decreased defense and decreased speed, right? Um, a Archmage Helmet, a Royal Guard, and 2 Cold Hearts, right? So the idea is to have um as much damage as possible, right? Uh, the Royal Guard come. Wait, no. You get the decreased defense and weaken up for the maximum amount of damage possible, right? And then you get the Royal Guard, right, with his enemy max HP skill. And then you got the Cold Hearts with their enemy max HP skills, right? And then if you do it correctly, you can kill the spider in like just seconds. You don't have to like build a proper team. You could just put all these random champs together and just kill the boss in seconds, right? So Archmage Helmet is a part of that team, and although I'm missing like uh a bit of the team still, I at least have this like or this second component of that team, right? So in Archmage Helmet, you don't have to like level 60 him to make the work. To make the work, you don't have to level 60 him to make the team work, right? You just gotta get him moving fast, right? He has to go before he has to go before the Royal Guard and the 2 Cold Hearts, right? So usually, uh, the decrease defense and weaken champion goes first to place the buffs, right? And then Archmage Helmet is next to place the increased crit damage buff, and then Royal Guard and then the 2 Cold Hearts come in with their enemy max HP skills, right? And just decimates the boss. Okay. Um so yeah, you don't need him to be like level 60. You don't even need to like again, if you do the team correctly, you don't even need to book him, right? You don't even need to book him. Just the the Royal Guard and 2 Cold Hearts and the boss should be dead. You don't have to 6-star him, you don't have to book him, just just leave him as is. Right? So yeah, I think level 50 eventually. C's. Now there's a raid YouTuber that made a video about this guy recently. And even with like a dedicated video to um portray how good this champion is, I still don't think I am going to build him. I still don't think I'm going to. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Sepun Sepuncher Sentinel. Uh, no. I went up against a classic arena team. Actually, no. I think it was live arena. I went up against a guy in live arena a while ago that had a level 60 full ascended 3-star awakened Cell Puncher Sentinel, and that surprised me. That really surprised me. I won. I won, and the Sentinel didn't really do much. Didn't really do much. Sakara, no. Ambassador Lethalin, no. Wait. All right. Ambassador Lethalin. So I wanted. I was trying to like build this guy a while ago. Okay, I was trying to build him a while ago because he has taunt and reflect damage, right? So I was thinking, right? I built him with high HP, high resistance, and high speed, right? So the idea was I give him a lot of speed so that he's able to like go first and use his A2, right? And then with the high resistance, he's able to resist a lot of the buffs that the enemy tries to place, right? And then with the high HP, he is hard to kill, right? So with this taunt, the enemy has to uh uh the enemy can only attack him, right? But he has such high HP and high resistance that it's difficult for the enemy to kill him, right? But I tried to make that build right, high HP, high speed, high resistance, but unfortunately, I don't have the gear to support a build like that. Well, for right now at least. So I'm going to give it a while, do some more farming, and I'm gonna come back and try to remake this build. But I was thinking, right? Vergus and Ambassador Lethalin, right? Uh, Vergus uses his A2 on Lethalin, right? Lethalin then comes in with his A2, right? And so Lethalin has an ally protect, continuous heal, increased speed, increased defense, reflect damage, right? Taunt, well, he already has the reflect damage, but he has the taunt plus all of these other buffs, right? Um, all of these buffs, com- um, all of these other buffs paired with the high HP and high resistance, he's gonna be like unkillable, basically. Not literally, but like figuratively unkillable. Okay, so yeah, moving on. Oathbound. This guy also has a chance to place freeze on his A1, but this guy is first of all, he's older, right? It says in his skills, right? Um Damage is inflicted proportional to a defense, right? Oh wait. Oh wait, no, that's wait, what? Okay. Well, I think he's a little bit older. Um, purely because of the fact that it says that, you know. Um, but anyway, Oathbound. No, just no. Good in Faction Wars. I'll probably be using him there, but other than that, no. I put gear on him specifically for Faction Wars. So yeah. But yeah, he has a freeze on this A1, but this A1 freeze is worse than Pan the Bowhorn. Right, first it's a single target, single hitter freeze, right? Pan's is a double hitter freeze. Okay, so already Pan is better. Okay. Um, he has a 20. Well, booked. He has a 15. Wait, no. 25, 35, 15 plus 35. Jesus, math. I 15 plus 35, 45, 50. That's actually wait. Okay. Same. Um but so same percent chance to place freeze. Um but I think Pan the Bowhorn has a bigger chance to place freeze because he has a double hitter, and both of his hits have a chance to place freeze. So yeah, Oathbound, no. Scabrius. Apparently this guy is good too. Apparently this guy's good too. I never really. A lot of these champions are recent recent as like I pulled them from the most recent 2x on ancient shards, and I never really went like full deep into them. Um, but Scabrius, text an enemy, 50% chance to place poison. Oh my god, single target. Venomage, AOE, 100% chance to place two poisons. So Venomage, this guy is already bad. All right, or not bad, but slightly worse so far. Tax the enemies, 100% chance to place leech for 2 turns. Okay. A single target, 100% chance to place weaken. Also places the increased attack on this champion, self buff, if the weaken is placed. I mean, damage increased by 20% when attacking enemies under poison debuffs. I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, uh, again, AOE, 200% land rate AOE poisons. Okay. Leech. I already have leech. It's a single target leech with Ugo, but it's still a leech though. And then a 3 weaken. I don't have any 6 stars that can place weaken. I have Pan, but he's not 6 star. That increased attack. Both Loki and Artur can place increased attack. So Scabrius, I mean, maybe I'd probably use him if I didn't have some champs, but no. For now, no. Catacomb Counselor. Oh my god. Okay. Honestly, all right. Shit. Well, honestly, I'm starting to get a little tired, so I'm going to speed this up a bit. Catacomb Counselor. I heard that he's good. He was this champion by Oh wow, that is okay. Oh, oh, wait, okay. Two, three random allies to attack a single enemy. Okay. Morag. Two. Oh, so he's better than Morag. Ah, okay. 6 turn cooldown, 4 turn cooldown booked. 4 turn cooldown. Ooh, with only one buck. Ooh, ooh. Weak increased attack for 2 turns. Then attacks the enemy. See, but the healing though, the healing is useless. If the only place I'm gonna be using him in is Fire Knight, the healing is just useless. I mean, I could just like block this skill from being used, you know? I could just yeah, okay, fair enough. Alright. Maybe. Level 50, but not 60. Ajax the Remember. I remember this guy, I pulled this guy from it wasn't the very first, but I had farmed a Fire Knight tournament and then I got a Prism Shard. And Aox the Remember is what I got from that one Prism Shard, and I remember being um disappointed because first of all, it was an epic, right? And second of all, it was an epic that I don't think I'd ever use. Okay. Um, one enemy 2 times. 10% chance of placing a poison. Bro, booked 30% chance. Venomage has a 100% chance of placing 2 poisons. So already he is just, I'm gonna say it, he is just way shittier already. Okay. Um, attacks an enemy heals all allies by 10% of their max HP. Heals each ally by extra 2.5% for each buff on the target. Oh. Oh. Okay. This could be good in Chimera. Because in Kai. Ooh, wait. Ooh, yeah. Okay, like just long boss fights in general. Chimera, Hydra, maybe. Uh, Demon Lord. Um, that could potentially be a lot. If you just stack buffs, that could be a massive heal. Massive heal. But okay, well, like decrease attack on all enemies. Also, 75% chance of decreasing each enemy's turn meter by 20%. 30% decrease crit rate debuff on the target for 2 turns if they have 50% or more turn meter after the turn meter decrease. No, I don't think it's worth it. No, I don't think so. Exec Excruciator? Executioner. No, that's not how you spell executioner. Whatever her name is. Um, why am I going into this? No. Drake? No. Selenia Nightcloak? Maybe 50. Just to try her out. Maybe 50. Godseeker Aneri? 60. For sure. For sure 60 eventually. But for right now, no. Arndulf. I mean, I put gear on him just to like try him out in campaign. Um, like hard campaign. I'm getting tired. But yeah, Jesus Christ. But yeah, I put um gear on him just to try him out in hard campaign. Didn't impress me. Didn't impress me. Lady Arash. No. Fear Gun Isbel. She's a fusion. Won't be able to use her. Faceless. I had this guy before. I used him as a chicken because I just didn't. I thought he was shit. And honestly, he might become a chicken again. So, Hexia. Uh, no. No. I don't know how to pronounce this. Aina? Aina? 4% of the Demon Lord. Whoa. Granting an extra turn. Weaken for 3 turns. Oh. Weaken and decrease defense. Oh. Okay. 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 100% chance to place both weaken and decrease defense. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. And this is just duplicates. Canoness? No. Jingle Hunter? No. This guy. Um, don't be fooled. Do not be fooled by the ratings. He's shit. Uh, okay. These 3 champs. Okay. Ingot Twist Staff, Bowsmith Flannan, and Master Butcher. Don't stop the recording. I know you're lagging. Don't stop the recording. Thank you. Um, so apparently, okay, so Master Butcher, this raid YouTuber, uh, showcased a team, what was his name? A Doom Tower team. Um, what's his name? Bommel, a raid YouTuber, uh, showcased a Dreadhorn Bommel team that involved Master Butcher, that revolved around his passive. Okay, when attacked, he's all allies equal to the amount of damage taken. Does not work against bosses, right? Now you might be reading this. Well, how is he good against Dreadhorn Bommel? Bommel is a boss, right? His passive doesn't work against bosses, right? The idea is centered around the bombs that Dreadhorn Bommel summons at the start of his turn, right? Those bombs count as enemy champions, right? So those bombs don't count as a boss. Those bombs count as a regular enemy champion, right? And so when the bombs explode, right, the bombs do 40% of champion damage, right? And basically, Master Butcher is there to heal everyone, right? Uh, based on that 40%, right? So yeah, he's good against Bommel. And I don't know like the Doom Tower, or actually it's coming up the Curse City um rotations, but if Dreadhorn Bommel is like it going to be in any of the rotations anytime soon, I might build him. I might build him, but I'm gonna keep him in the vault for now. Bousman Flannan, this same raid YouTuber, he made a video showcasing Bousman Flannan and how much damage he could do. He did a lot of damage. He did a lot of damage. He like one-shotted a entire classic arena team with his A2, I think it was. Yeah, he just one-shotted an entire. This raid YouTuber got Bousmith Flannan to one-shot an entire clam to one-shot an entire classic arena team, right? Which is kind of crazy to me. And Inget Twist staff. Um, I don't really know how good this guy is. I just like heard before, hey, he's good. I never really like heard why he's good, but yeah, I just heard it. So yeah, that's all my champs. Um, I'm thinking that probably out of all of them, I don't know who's gonna be my next level 60 man. Honestly, no idea. Absolutely no idea. Well, as I said before, there's a 2x on Void Shards coming up, so hopefully I pull a champ that can 6-star then. But yeah, that's it for me. Peace.